Hi guys, it's Georgia here from the YouTube channel The Vintage Vision. Welcome back to Haul Rocks. So in today's video I'm going to be doing the beauty scenario tag that was created by Lily Pebbles. So I'm just going to get on with it. So question one is, you have to rid of all your foundations and you can only keep one high-end and one drugstore. Which one do you keep? So for drugstore foundations, I'd have to go with the Nearly Naked foundation by Revlon. This is such an amazing foundation because it really does give you that nearly naked look. You really can't tell that you've got foundation at all on your face, but it just gives you an amazing natural glow. The coverage, I'd say, is quite light to medium, but I think it's fairly buildable. It comes in tons of different shades, so it's great for all different skin types, and I really recommend this foundation. So I have this foundation in the shade 150 Nude. I did buy this in summer, so it's a little more tan than I am at the moment. This retails for $8.99, which is pretty good for a drugstore foundation, and for the quality, I think it's a really great price. So for high-end foundation, it'd have to be my MAC Face and Body foundation. Because I am a freelance makeup artist, this is the go-to foundation in my kit. It's amazing on all different skin tones, whether you've got dry skin, oily skin, it just seems to look amazing on anyone. This is a really light coverage, but again, it's really buildable. Because this is such a light foundation, it's a great one for summer if you just want something light on the skin. A great tip is to add a moisturiser underneath if you want to get a really dewy look with this foundation. So I have the 50ml of this foundation, which retails at $21.50. It also comes in 120ml, but I think you only really need that if you're a makeup artist for your kit because it's very big. I am in the shade C3 and I love this foundation. I couldn't be without it. So question number two is, you are going for an interview and the lady interviewing you has lipstick on her teeth. Do you approach the subject or ignore it completely? If I was on an interview, I think I would definitely ignore it. I wouldn't say anything because I think that could really ruin your chances for getting the job. But I do think that when people tell you to imagine the interviewer maybe naked on interviews to give you more confidence, it could be used in that way because they've got lipstick on their teeth, so it could make you a bit more confident because she looks a bit silly. So question number three is, you're not feeling yourself and you need a pick-me-up. Which lipstick do you put on to make yourself feel beautiful? So for me, it would definitely have to be a red lipstick, just because I think it completely transforms your face and can really make you feel glamorous quickly. So I would definitely go for my MAC lipstick in Russian Red, just because this is like an all-time classic red lipstick from MAC. It's a matte finish, which I prefer on my lips. I don't really go for sheen. It's long-lasting, it smells good. It retails at £15 and it's just a great lipstick to either wear in the daytime or if you want to look more glamorous in the evening. So question number four is, you go back in time for a day to your teenage years. How would you do your hair and makeup differently? So for makeup, I would definitely say stay away from the blue and purple eyeshadows just because they're horrendous. I would have gone for something a lot more natural had I known anything about makeup. I definitely wouldn't have plucked my eyebrows either. This is when the little thin eyebrows were in trend, and looking back on photos, it just looks horrendous. So I definitely wouldn't have plucked them to death. Luckily mine grew back, so I'm very fortunate in that way, but I wouldn't have touched them. For hair, straightening the crap out of your hair was trendy when I was younger, and I definitely would have stayed away from the straighteners, not only because it damaged my hair, but also because I've actually got fairly straight hair already, and I probably didn't think that when I was younger. I probably thought it was horrible and curly, but I would have stayed away from the straighteners. So question number five is, you ask your hairdresser for a shoulder length pixie lot haircut, but they hear wrong and give you a pixie cut. Do you A, smile, say thank you, leave and call your mum hysterical, B, cry in the chair and things get awkward, or C, complain to the manager and demand a refund? So I actually don't go to the hairdressers anymore because I have such a phobia of the hairdressers. Every time I've gone, they've done it wrong, and usually I would talk them through step by step how I want it. I'd be very specific with what I want, so if I saw them doing something I didn't like, I'd quickly tell them. but usually it would still end up looking like I didn't want it to. I would be really upset, but I wouldn't say anything to them, which was probably the wrong thing to do, but when I got home I would cry. So I think that answers your question. Okay, so question number 6 is your friend surprises you with a 4-day city break and you have 1 hour to pack. Which Do It All makeup palette do you put in your makeup bag? I think I would definitely go for my most recent palette that I made up. I discovered these eyeshadows on a website called Morphe brushes. They're $2 each and they are amazing. They're so pigmented and they're really, really similar to MAC eyeshadows. So I made up this neutral palette myself. I just love all these different colours, and I think there's a great selection of matte eyeshadows and some shimmer ones as well. So it's a great palette to transition from daytime to nighttime. So I'll make sure that I leave a link down below to the website just so that you can pop along and then you can make up your own palette if you want to. So question number 7, your house has been robbed, don't worry, everyone is safe. But your beauty stash has been raided. What's the beauty product you really hope is safe? So for me, this was a really difficult question because obviously I want to save my whole makeup kit. So if I had to save something, it would probably be my MAC eyeshadow palette. Again, another eyeshadow palette, but one that I've made up. Again, it's full of neutral colours, but also some darker ones. I think just because these are more expensive and it's a bit more high-end, I really want to make sure I save it. I take this on every job that I have, but I also use it for my everyday makeup, so I couldn't really be without this. Okay, so the last question is question number 8. Your friend borrows your makeup and returns it in awful condition. Do you A, just pretend you haven't noticed, B, ask them to repurchase it, or C, secretly do the same thing to theirs? This hasn't actually happened to me, I don't think, but if it did, I think I would definitely have to say something to them. Just because makeup is expensive, it's your own. I don't mind friends borrowing, but if they haven't asked and taken the mick, I probably would have to say something to them. So if I had to choose A, B or C, I'd probably choose B and ask them to repurchase it, because if they really had gone to town on it and kind of ruined it and used loads up, I would definitely ask them to rebuy me one. Okay guys, so that is the end of the video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. It probably was one of the most funniest tags I've done just because I thought the questions were really amusing. If you'd like to leave a video response to this video answering the questions yourself, then please leave the video below or just comment down below letting us know what your answers would be. Join me next time where I'll be showing you my favourite current shoes for 2014. Please be sure to like this video if you did like it and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time guys. Bye!